Thanks, Clive, and welcome to the Late Look North. Good evening, I'm Adam Powell. A brother and sister from Cumbria who claim their father died because of medical mistakes won't release his body for a funeral until they get answers. Bill Trotter, who was diabetic, was admitted to the Cumberland Infirmary in 2024 but died 2 months later after falling into a coma. His children claim he was misdiagnosed repeatedly and believe his body, which has been kept in a hospital mortuary for the last 18 months, could provide key evidence. Dan Farthing reports.
A loving dad, a family man. His family meant everything to him.
He's just such a giving person. He'd rather give away his last penny.
Glass half full type of guy, you know, he was always very optimistic.
Bill Trotter was 73 when he was admitted to the Cumberland Infirmary back in May 2024. He had badly infected toes.
We went into A&E and they had a look at him and they kept him in. And within that, they'd done an angioplasty procedure on him. He was ready to have a partial amputation of his toes. He signed all the consent forms, but then they sent him home with only 1 week's course of antibiotics. And that's when he progressively got unwell. And then I rushed him back in on the 26th of May and then told us that he had to have an amputation of his right leg.
The family claims the amputation wasn't necessary. They say their dad's condition worsened rather than improved in hospital, blaming, amongst other things, failures in wound management and being given insulin against the advice of the hospital's diabetes team.
My dad took a massive dip, a decline, but he was screaming, he was in pain. He was screaming.
I want to die because at this point he had delirium.
Bill Trotter fell into a coma and later died. The hospital said it was from natural causes.
I took the call. I went, right, sorry, can you just tell me that again? And I wrote it down. She says, do you accept that cause of death? Confab with the family, my mum included. No, not at all. Not at all. Do not accept that.
The NHS Trust that covers the Cumberland Infirmary says it's conducted an investigation and has responded to the issues in full and shared the outcome with the family. But they don't accept the findings and they refuse to release their dad's body for burial until the case is re-examined. Dan Farthing, BBC Look North, Carlisle.
Hundreds of North East healthcare assistants are set to receive as much as £5,500 in back pay after being underpaid for years. County Durham and Darlington NHS Trust said the government has approved the settlement and it's hoped payments will be made in February. Several houses in a rural North Yorkshire village were evacuated last night after a fire broke out in one home and spread to neighbouring properties. Emergency services were called to Briar Hill in Danby, near Whitby, and relocated local people to a place of safety while the fire was put out. No injuries were reported and an investigation into the causes underway. Now, how's this for an inspiring story? Mark Burtonshaw is 67 and finished 6th in the World Amateur Triathlon Championships in Qatar. Not bad for someone who only took up triathlon in his 50s. Kathy Killock reports.
He's always done a bit of running and cycling, but Mark Burtonshaw was certainly no fanatic, until, at the age of 50, he got inspired by the Brownlee brothers.
I thought I'll have a go to triathlon. I'll hire a wetsuit and I'll just do one, just say I've done one, at Blenheim Palace it was, and the bug got me.
And he was off. He tried a few Ironmans and then, to his surprise, qualified for the T100 Championships in Qatar. Quite a change from the frozen woods round Thirsk.
My first thoughts were, it's too far, it's too hot, it's too expensive, etc, etc. And then I thought, well, when am I ever going to get a chance to represent GB? So I took the plunge and I'm really glad I did. It was a fantastic experience.
Mark joined 5,000 competitors from 82 countries to run, cycle and swim in the coastal city of Lusail. A feature of this triathlon is its distance. The competitors travel 100 kilometres in the course of the event.
The humidity wasn't too bad at all. The heat was 32 degrees by the time we did the run, so that was quite hard to cope with. But I'd done hot races before. London was quite a hot one. Then there was the salty water in the Persian Gulf. That was, you definitely didn't want to be swallowing that. The bike was great. I really enjoyed that. I felt I was in the Tour de France. It was incredible.
Exhausted but exhilarated, Mark crossed the finish line 6th in his age group. Not too shabby for a 67-year-old retired estate agent, and not surprisingly, quite a source of pride.
But I can say I'm the 6th best in the world over that distance in my age group, so I'm quite pleased with that, really.
A true inspiration to get out there and keep on running. Cathy Killick, BBC Look North.
Yes, keep on running, Mark. Here's the weather now with Paul.
Good evening. As we head through the rest of the week, there's a lot of cloud around in general, enough to produce some rain at times, and things are turning colder as we head towards and into the weekend. Overnight tonight, outbreaks of rain for many of us for a time, the odd heavier burst, becoming drier later in the night as most of the rain starts to clear away northwards. Temperatures won't drop any lower than about 4 or 5 Celsius, and it stays breezy. Into tomorrow morning, the last remnants of the overnight rain clear away northwards quickly, then it's drier and brighter through the middle part of the day before the next area of rain edges up from the south through the course of the afternoon. Quite a breezy day, quite a gusty southeasterly breeze, temperatures a little bit cooler than today, peaking at 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. As we head through Thursday and Friday, those winds really pick up. There'll be rain at times, maybe a little bit of hill snow on the hilltops.
That is your Tuesday night from the late team here. Good night and sleep well. Bye-bye.